How's it going, YouTubers? Cornwolf here. Thank you for joining for another video today. And today we've got another iRacing video. So welcome to iRacing and my BMW series that I'm doing at the moment. It is a fixed series and this is probably the best result I've had, or it is actually the best result I've had so far in the BMW 2.0 series. It is a fixed series, so there's no changing on it. Everything's the same bar your paint and probably your brake pressure or your balance. So let's get to it. Let's roll that intro and let's get into this iRacing BMW race. See you all soon. Okay, so here we are and we're just finishing the warm-up lap. We'll do a rolling start in these BMW fixed series 2.01, so we're just coming out of the chicane here and we are green. So here we go, we're flying along now. You probably see the overlays and stuff. I'll do a little video on these. And just as we're coming down to the first one, I'm very tentative. I would brake a lot later, but as you'll see, there's a lot of people spinning out, locking up brakes and all sorts of stuff. So to be fair, this wasn't too bad of a start just there, but as you go down through this section in Donington, it does get a bit loose, so you're going to see a few people going off, but there's one guy there, I don't know, I think he's doing a bit of rallying or something, and just comes straight onto the track, which I think forces him off. I'm not sure if the other guy hit him. He gives me a little love tap there for some unknown reason, wanted to take a wide line and didn't give a flying hoot about anyone else on the track. So basically on the first opening laps of the BMW series, you really just want to keep it cool, keep it smooth, and who cares if you're a bit slower, because people like that just keep going off and you'll keep picking up places and whatnot. I'm not the quickest in iRacing on these series at the minute, but I'm getting there. It's just a case of keeping it consistent and trying not to lose too many iRating and everything. So this guy on the left there is just locked up, he's already spun out, so there's another couple of places there for us. People just the opening couple of laps on these races, they're not the longest races anyway, about 12 laps, something like that, and they just do crazy things. They just go flat for it. So see this guy here, he's just gone, these two are going, so I managed to just avert those, but they all somehow managed to keep the foot down, apart from the guy that went sideways. I'm not too sure what happened to him, but one guy lost it and that almost caused a massive problem. So as you can see, I'm already up to about 6, and if I'm honest, this is roughly where I stay for the rest of the race, because of I have a couple of moments and whatnot, but I just wanted to keep it consistent. So you'll see me battling, especially with this guy that's got a lovely Haas livery on his BMW. You'll see me battling with him for most of this race, or at least for the next few laps. But the best thing to do, like I say, is when you're on these fixed races, just take your time. Don't be going for the win. You've just got to keep it clean, keep it consistent, and just enjoy the racing. And I do enjoy racing these BMWs. It's just unfortunate that people do stupid things like this guy here. So he came off the track and then just wanted to come straight back onto the racing line, and thankfully he either saw me or he was happy where he was, and I just managed to just nick that space back. But people are just go too hard on the opening laps. So we're just coming up to what here, lap 3 I think we're just starting, and things might be getting warm, they might not be as well, so you just need to take your time, especially through that last bit there. The back end of this car, or the car itself, just gets pretty loose going down the hill through I can never remember what the S's are called, but through the S's at Donington. And I do really like this track. I've visited it several times. It's my local track, and it's just good fun to race. And pretty much now, this is me for the race. So lap 3, I've kind of settled in. I haven't got the pace to be fighting to get any more positions back. However, I've got the stability. I might have a little off here and there, but I've got the control and whatnot just to maintain my position and not lose anything, but also not gain too much as well. And I've got a nice handful of iRating as well at the minute. I've got a 32 point gain. Can't remember if that goes up towards the end of the race, but it's just all about just keeping it consistent and clean, really. There's a little bit where I think I get a little bit greedy on the curbs, or I touch a bit of grass. I think there it is, look, and I nearly took him out. and I did try to, didn't get an off for that, which is quite surprising. I don't think I fully went off the track, but just that little bit, and it just absolutely caned me. But I managed to recover well, and I'm still 20 seconds or something ahead of the guy behind. So we're keeping a nice gap. It's just that little bit where I got a little bit greedy on the curb, maybe got a bit of grass, and it just threw me out. So if you do ever go to Donington, one of the best places to go is on the right hand side, just here on the infield, and you can see it just as we're turning this corner now, just in front of you there. If you're watching touring cars when we eventually get back racing, that is absolutely one of the best places to stand, especially towards round 3, when they're really taking those curbs, and the amount of cars that have crashed into that bit of gravel there and gone off and different things. It's just a lovely little bit to stand at, just because it's good fun. And also the right down here as well, so where you've got a crowd here, there's a lot of stuff to eat as well, but you know, you see cars losing it and different things coming down that hill, because it is slippery, and the way the track is, if your tyres aren't warm, you're not gripping, and that's it, you've gone. And you get a lot of people camping over on the left as well. I used to work at Donington Hall, which is just over that hill there, and obviously you've got the airport there. One thing I did notice on iRacing is that you actually do get aircraft taking off, which was great. I didn't realise it's something that they put in, but it is a part of being at Donington, whether you're there for the Download Festival or you're there for the racetrack or whatever it is you're doing. You're right near the airfield, so you are going to get a lot of aircraft taking off. The GP circuits I'm not as keen on. I did do it in the F3 race, but because I've not raced it that much, nor have I seen much racing around it, it's really hard to get to grips with going down to that hairpin and then getting the left-hand turn where you would naturally go through that chicane we've just gone through, because it's almost blind on the left, and you just don't know where to brake. But yeah, that was that race. But these BMWs are lovely around this track. I just love racing around Donington, if I'm honest, but it's nice that, like I say, I'm a bit tentative and different things. I'm still getting to grips with iRacing. I've got another few videos lined up that I'd like to do about, if anybody wants to get into iRacing. I'm going to do something about the overlays. So the bottom overlay that you can see is all part of the same package, and there is a flags one, but for some reason when I recorded the video, the flags weren't working. I don't know if that's because it's in replay mode or what, but I can show you it all working at some point. And basically this is me for the race. I've got another probably 5-6 laps to go, and I just take my time, really, you know, try not to do anything silly, stick in 6th place, and just don't do anything crazy. And this was my best results to date when I did this race. I've got another video coming up which was just unbelievable for me. So that's about it. Unfortunately, you know, I'll leave the race going and that, but there's not a lot else that I can commentate on or do a voiceover for, because there's not a lot else happening in this race, unfortunately, because it's basically me maintaining the gap behind and trying to catch the guy in front, but I just haven't quite got the pace. But you know, the pace will come. I'm just trying to keep it clean, keep out of trouble, and try and get my I rating up and try and get my safety rating back up, because the first few BMW races and F3 races that I've done have absolutely battered my safety rating, which isn't great, but I'm getting there. So until next time, guys, don't forget to throw this video a thumbs up, a like and whatnot. I'll see you on the outro, and I'll see you in a bit. thanks again for watching the video and supporting the channel, guys. If you did find this entertaining, useful, whatever, give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed and you want to subscribe, you'll see that on screen now, as well as another video from me, which is my most recent one, and then another one from me that YouTube thinks related to this one. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for all the support. Don't forget to do all those wonderful things that you guys do. Keep racing safe, and I'll see you on the next one.